My name is Heriberto Flores. I'm Executive Director of the Young Farmers Council. And like the representative say, thank you for coming over here. Because usually when you have those meetings in Boston, we have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be there for 9 o'clock. So thank you. Candy Moore is the Vice President with us. And we've been running this program for over 20-some years, going back to Manny Perdula. And we have seen all the changes. Very briefly, in general, I know that you have to change because what's happening, you receive a lot of money from the federal government, the state government, and how the thing put together. And I know some changes are going to have to take place in this program and other programs in the near future. So being an administrator there. One of the concerns that I have, and Ken and I have been discussing, to talk more specific, in general, the policies that you have there, from an administrator point of view, running the program day to day, the policies make sense. Okay, whether I agree or not, it's a different issue there. But in terms of general, they are good policies that at least is consistent and having education and different linkages to the other structure. Mr. Poster, thank you very much for working together with all of us for all these years to put a system that makes sense from Boston to Pittsfield. But there are certain gaps over here that I'm concerned. We, as you understand also, we run the fuel assistance program in the city of Springfield. Many years ago, we used to have 5,000 people receiving fuel assistance. Right now, last year, we serviced 15,000 people. So that will tell you also what's happening in terms of the middle class that have dropped in terms of services. So that's the reality there. And that's the same thing with homeless. So one of the concerns that I have are two specific. One of them have to do with the veterans. We are seeing a lot of veterans coming from Iraq, and I'm speaking as a person, as a Vietnam veteran, so for me it's a very personal issue. I see a lot of veterans coming from Iraq, coming from Korea, coming from Afghanistan, and they're doing different stories. And when they come out for the first month with the family, they're okay. Something happened after the month, or 2 months, and a lot of mental health issues developing, everything else. And you see them in the streets and everything else, so we work with different groups. So I think that you need to create some kind of emergency situation over here that if any veteran service or any of us come in contact with a veteran, we should be able to provide services for the first 24 to 72 hours until we can find out when we do the analysis. Sometimes we don't have the time to do the analysis. If it's on a Fridays, you have Saturday, Sunday, and by Monday, that person might end up in jail. There's all kind of things there. And it costs you more money when person go in jail and all kind of things like that. So we're trying to do that. That's one. The other one is the amount of females we see with children. And when we talk about the safety, and I know we can put it in an intellectual way, that we want to take care of the healthy and safety. But what happens is sometimes they have to leave the house for many situations. And if you're sitting in the streets and they come to one of our places, then we that provide the services, we are in the spot. And technically, we have to say no. And many of us will provide, most of the time we say, let's find a way. We use our own money sometime to bring a person for temporary. So I think that when it comes to that, you need to create some kind of safety net here, that a female with children and something like that, the providers can make a phone call to somebody at your shop or someplace that they say, okay, fine, take that person for 72 hours, and then we'll come out. And I'm sorry I took, but it's difficult to talk about this issue in 3 minutes. I just want to let you know, especially when we have worked in this issue for 20 years, and we see the problem getting worse. But people should not be living in motels. We know that's a fact. We need to create more housing in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for people that are working families, and we have to do it. We haven't done that since 1970. We have not created any more unit for housing. We're taking all these buildings down, but we're creating housing for rich people, but we're not creating housing for low-income people. That's one of the issues.